Hey guys, I hope your 2019 has been fantastic so far.
Fantastic, yes.
Already in the second month.
Already. February.
Yeah.
Yes.
We did Magi Fest. We saw
Amazing.
Juan Temeliz.
Oh my god. Bow, just bow to want to. Dude, you have no idea, bro.
That's pretty good.
Talk about it later.
It's pretty good. So we should do a video on our
should.
Magi
We
Fest
should.
experience. And you know what we have coming up right now is going to be an interview with Eric Stevens.
Stevens.
We just saw him lecture in Houston.
Fantastic.
And it was a great lecture.
Some
Cards, some
stuff, yeah.
coins. He did some work on the hot rod for all you guys having hot rods.
Really
sitting
good. Like,
in your drawer.
inspired me to do some more hot rod stuff.
Untouched.
That's fantastic.
Now he has his hot rod out.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And you know, later on this year we'll be in Tennessee, we'll
Yes.
be Beaumont, Texas, Laredo, Texas, San Antonio, Texas. So hopefully we will see all of you. Now, one thing we want to go over is we saw a movie called Stan and Ollie with the comedy team of Laurel and Hardy.
Fantastic.
It's a great movie. It's great, and in fact, their comedy holds up better than most classic.
Yes.
I was gonna say magicians, classic comedians.
Comedians.
So they're really great. And after I saw the film, I went out and I got this. So thank you, Raymond from Bristol, Connecticut.
Raymond.
Sent this to me. I'm really excited to open it. Oh God, I want to open it so bad. But let's go back to Stan and Ollie for a little bit. If you guys can, use YouTube, search some of their stuff. Man, you'll be amazed
It's fantastic.
how funny they are.
They're
So good,
really
so
great.
good. Physical, and they spoke, so their jokes are funny. Oh
Timing
man,
on
timing's impeccable. You know, you have Oliver Hardy, who went straight to films. You know, no experiences, straight to films. So all his stuff's very subtle, and you have Stan Laurel, who came from stage, who's very broad. Perfect team. Perfect team.
Fantastic.
All right, so let's open it up.
Boom.
Little box opening here. All right.
Ooh.
See if I can dig in here. Oh,
I
that's
need
just
it
gonna
on the
suck.
side. Yep.
All right.
There you go.
I'm weak. I don't want to.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
I got it. I don't know what this. There we go. All
It
right.
looks cool. Look, it's like Snoopy. It's like comics.
It's like comics. Oh, check it out. These are just so freaking dope.
Oh.
I'm excited. Check that out.
Boom.
Here's that one. And then boom. Ooh, I am happy right now.
I can tell. Like, he's very. This is the reaction. He's very happy.
Boom. Here we go.
Look at that.
Perfect.
Wow.
Really excited about that. All right, so here's our interview with Eric Stevens.
Those look amazing.
Go see Stan and Ollie. It's
Go.
great.
Watch it. You
And,
need to. Go.
Look for our next video. Talk to you next time.
Hi guys, it's me, Jake, back again with Eric Stevens. This
Hi,
guy
guys.
is amazing. I just watched his lecture tonight.
Thanks,
It's
thanks.
fantastic, by the
Very
way.
kind of, really
I love this
appreciate
walk on the hot rod. It's my favorite part.
Yeah.
And I love your thoughts and ideas. Do you want to say anything before we start the interview?
First, I'd just like to say thank you for allowing me to be interviewed by you. I saw your interview with Brent. Hi, Brent. I know you're watching. Both of you guys did such a fantastic job, and you're really such an inspiration, I think, not just for younger people, but for me as well.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. They're gonna
course.
be hard and easy.
All right, all right.
The first one is,
Easy first, hopefully.
well, let's see.
We'll see how it goes.
Any magician,
Mhm.
dead or alive,
Sure.
who would you want to have a session with, like for an hour and talk to them and pitch your ideas and everything ever?
It's interesting you should ask that question in that way, because most people say, who's your favorite magician, right, of all time? And I have two favorite magicians, one dead and one alive, but if I were to session with somebody, it would be the person of the two I haven't already sessioned with, and that would be Al Flosso. Because Al Flosso was an enormous inspiration on me growing up. I saw his archival video that Phantasmo Magic did, where he's performing for a kid and he was producing 8, 9, 10 alarm clocks and cans and silks, and his Miser's Dream was unbelievable, and it was one of the first times I'd ever seen what I believed to be real magic. It made me feel something I never felt before. And yes, Al Flosso, if you know about him, was a very kind of grating personality. He could be very aggressive, but he really did care about what was going on, and so he made me care.
That's a great answer, by the way. I never was expecting that at all. Also, if you weren't a magician,
Sure.
what would you be? Like, what do you think you would have become if you never went the path of magic?
Well, fortunately, I I didn't want to be like the characters in my storybooks. I'm a bibliophile. I love books. Always have. Those are my first and biggest love. And all those characters go from point A to point B in the book.
Yes.
They have no choice. That's the way they were written. Even if there's a series, they will always end up in one spot.
Yes.
They have no choice but to go that route. I didn't want to have blinders on. I wanted to be open to options. So I've worked in a large variety of fields. I've done everything from a carousel to 100-year-old ships and Cold War submarines. And I think that if I were not a magician, I would probably go one of those routes. I'm a musician as well. You may have noticed from the pin. I do a lot of different things, but it's been difficult for me to find what fits best. So I don't have a true solid answer, but if I had to choose something, it would be something that involves the arts. I was in theater for a really long time, singing, acting, dancing, all that. And I think I would probably try to approach something in theater, not because it makes a lot of money, but because it makes people happy.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me happy.
I the same. Like, honestly, I think noblest art is making people happy.
Absolutely. To a degree,
yes.
it can be very unhealthy once you go too far. But in general, making people happy is the greatest thing. in the
It
world.
really is. It's the 100% reason why I do magic, and I love it. I also love how you talk about. I like how you mention if it's unnatural, just don't do it. A lot of people don't get that. I also gave you a point about books and how your moves should be custom to you.
Absolutely.
That's why I think some YouTube magic is how would I put this? Not bad, but like not the way to begin for some
Sure.
magicians.
Now there is terrible YouTube magic, but
Yes,
there is some really great YouTube
really
magic.
great people. Yes.
Absolutely, because a lot of those performers, not putting them down if you happen to be watching, are younger guys that are doing it because they love it, but they don't realize that they're not doing it well.
Yeah.
They haven't put the time in that they're supposed to, and they don't realize that by performing it well, they don't teach it well, and they spawn another
Exactly,
generation of
yes.
people not doing it well. Not necessarily on purpose, but just because they don't realize what it is that they're doing. And I think our job as performers, as entertainers who know better, is to help make those people aware and say, look, what you're doing isn't a bad thing, but it could be. So
Exactly.
we need to try and help bring those people into the light a little bit and say, look, if this is something you want to do, if you want to do magic on YouTube, if that's your thing, you need to refine yourself a little bit. Maybe practice for a couple more years until, in front of real people,
Yes.
and then go in front of that camera. And that's another thing I'd suggest. When you're practicing, don't do it in front of a mirror, because a mirror will lie to you, because you lie to yourself. You tend to blink during the moment it happens. A camera will be brutally honest with you. You will see how bad you really
Yeah.
are. And with those YouTube people, we're seeing how bad you really are, and it's not helping you or the craft.
It's fantastic. I love your answer, by the way. This is like fantastic.
So thank you. I'm just coming from the heart, that's all.
Exactly. That's why I think you're amazing, by the way. And I think you're going to help the generation of magic
It's very kind.
like grow. I think it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see where you go, because I can already see it, bro. It's gonna be dope.
It's very nice of you to say. I hope things go well.
I think so. Dude, you're awesome, bro. That lecture tonight was one of my favorites.
I'm honored. Thank you
That was
so much. I
awesome.
appreciate it for kind words.
One parting question.
Absolutely.
What would be your favorite effect? Like, maybe it's not yours,
Sure.
but like any magic effect ever. What would be your favorite effect?
I can tell you instantly what it is.
Instantly? Ooh.
And it's one I do that very few people do, actually, which is Slidini's paper balls in the hat.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
one that most people do, not just because it's technically challenging a little bit, but also because it requires a certain degree of finesse
Yeah.
that I think a large amount of magicians are not willing to put in or willing to seek out. And for me, performing that piece silently to Italian wedding music to sort of create this homage to Slidini, I do what I can, and I feel that I'm doing him justice to a certain point. But like I mentioned during the lecture earlier, there's always another rung to grab. You are always learning. It doesn't matter how little of time you've been in magic or how long you've been doing it. There's always another level, another
Yes.
step up you can go. And for me, I'm constantly searching for that step up and learning that routine and trying to get it right and doing it for hundreds of people with a camera pointing right at it. That was a huge moment for me, going, okay, I hope you like this. And they seem to, so if they did, then I think I did my
That's
job.
awesome.
So that's my
Awesome.
absolute favorite.
Thank you so much, bro.
Thank
It's been
you.
Great. You were awesome, by the way.
Watch this
You-
guy. He's going places. I'll
You
tell
need to check
that.
this guy out. Nuh-uh. You can check this guy out. He has awesome stuff. What can they find you? Like, you have a website? Or-
Sure. You can find me on Instagram at ColorStix. So that's COLORSTIX. That's Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. It'll be my name, Eric Stevens, with the nickname Mr. Success. That's my stage name. And I also have a page for Mr. Success and my business itself, which is Barrieu & Co. So that's spelled Barrieu. It's French. It was my grandfather's middle name, Barrieu & Co. So that's where most of my products come out of. That's where it's branded and labeled as. So I'm working on a website right now. It's not currently up, but if you want something, if you're curious about my products, if you want to know more, you can find them on Penguin. My At the Table lecture just came out with Murphy's. That's available, $7.95 on Penguin, Vanishing Ink. It's got 2.5 hours of material, including my standard lecture and a bunch of other fun stuff, including some of my work on the Hot Rod. DVD is going to be coming out soon, by the way. So,
And we'll have all that in the description. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And
do it. It's worth it.
have a magic life. I'll see you next time.